I'm Yani, and this is the butterfly effect. And today we're going to get into this topic of dating in America.
Just say no.
Well, we can see who's not dating.
Or any other country, man? I'm open.
Oh, just not here. Oh, okay. Well, you might get a shot. Anybody out there from all third world countries? God, if you're looking for
Don't discriminate.
if you're looking for this one.
Don't do her like that. Don't do her like that.
Oh, boy.
Don't do
She's
her
giving a
like
vibe, boy. Oh,
I'm out.
listen to me. My boy.
I'm out. Never mind.
No, come back. We need
Hey,
you.
I might get my kid from Zamunda. So,
See, that's what. See. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it.
let's
'Cause
get
she just described a fictional character. She wants somebody from Wakanda.
like fictional character.
Yeah, you want somebody from
This
Zamunda.
okay.
You know, Eddie Murphy wrote that.
It is.
It's gonna be.
I said yes.
I'm so glad I'm not.
Okay, so let's go here.
Okay.
Okay, dating in America.
Yes.
Pros, cons. Go.
Social media is a con.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Agreed. Anyone? Pros, cons.
You know, I'm a bit pessimistic when it comes to that.
Okay.
I agree. Never mind.
I know. Tell your truth.
I agree.
Tell your
I
truth.
always just feel like, it could just be, depending on who you with. Again, like how we talked about the other season, how we were talking about, our love languages. And I think everything is based upon compatibility, and if both of, because, I see people on social media all the time doing stuff together with their spouses or whatnot, or their significant other or whatnot. And so I don't want to say that it can be a ton. I mean, I just don't know.
I think the con is everybody being in your business.
Well, it's like reality TV too. I mean, look at us here on this phone. We're putting people in our business now, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just screwed up like that, but I just be thinking like just totally different.
Well, I'm thinking about the fact that you don't really know what's real. You know what I'm saying, on social media. People want to put what's good only. It's very rare that you have transparent couples.
Right.
And now the ones that are transparent,
I agree with that.
then you can learn something from it. But for the most case, they try to make it stay
Like life is
dog
always so
yeah,
when all relationships
You've been
be.
catfished.
Yeah.
But I do think you have to know the difference between transparency and safeguarding a relationship.
Right.
Because we're in a time now that people talk too much. So not understanding that to expose myself is also to expose the affairs of another person. What happens when what I've revealed to you or something that you saw about me that's not so pretty, that's a part of my process, but you shared it with the world.
Right.
Now I don't feel like I can trust you with me. See, you gotta define these things. And we don't take enough time to really find the opportunity to say to the individual what matters to you. I give you, for example, when I was married, one of the things that I hated that would happen, and when I say what I say by any means, I'm not a person, I love to put this disclaimer out there, I'm not a victim. When I'm married, I made a choice. In light of that, it may haven't been the best choice for me, but I made the choice. But in light of that, one of the things that happens is whenever there's a disagreement and we use that as an opportunity to attack the other person later, what I share with you in confidence. The problem that I feel in dating in America is more than anything is we're creating our own rules.
Right.
There's no real true governing. There's no real respect. There's no honoring individuals. For real. Yeah. And so what happens is we're impressed with an image that really doesn't have substance. So this is why when you see couples who are happy on social media, then you will then insult the process of the person you are actually with, thinking that, because they're smiling on theirs, that you can't be happy in yours.
Right.
That's a mess. So that's my thing.
You have to realize that everything in the hands of everybody becomes something different.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
true.
saying? So it's kind of like understanding. Okay, well, they seem happy. Okay, so you're talking about this little 59-second clip that Instagram allows. Okay, so let's look at the rest of the hours in their day.
Yes.
Because I've literally seen something on Instagram and saw the people in the store I was in. They was the total opposite of what was on Instagram at the time. I saw it. So it's like, okay, you just put this on of where y'all at, which is how I knew y'all was in the store with me. But I'm looking at you, you like you pissed off with this person.
That's true, man.
But I had an understanding anyway. Like what you put on there, that's for TV.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah, it's
And
definitely.
you just have to know that.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know? So I mean, you see people happy, okay, that's them. Okay. My thing is this. Don't question me about nothing that's on social media. First of all, this is like entertainment. This is entertainment. So don't ask me, how come you never post it? Because I don't put people in my business.
Okay.
Are you offended? Okay, well, then we got another conversation. Now we got another conversation. Now, why you never post us? Because I don't want people in my business.
Right. People live in virtual reality.
Yeah.
You know, they like likes and all that other stuff. And you know what I'm saying? Like they couldn't handle real conflict out in public with people looking at them and seeing them go through things. But that's a part of life. That's how you grow. That's how you heal. Going through stuff.
That's real.
Virtual reality, people don't do reality. And like you said, it's like no governing. Like God is real. There are rules and regulations to life, and we do not follow them all the time. And there's consequences to it. But not just social media, it's the TV and everything. You think you can do whatever you want to and live a happily ever after.
Well, you can't.
Not doing anything you want to.
You can do anything you want to.
Not live happily ever after.
You just gotta with the outcome. You gotta be all right with the outcome. Yes, you can definitely do that.
Yeah, you can.
Go ahead. But
I prefer peace.
yes, but
Do you think, and I really want to be real for just a moment, for real, and I know we already are, but do you think that men and women get a fair, equal expectation when it comes to roles in relationships?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
What do you think is working?
Men do.
come on, just say it. It's not like I said,
Especially black men.
let me tell you something right now. I didn't like you. No, it's a joke. It's a joke, man. But it's a joke. It's a joke. It's too funny. But let me tell you how real that is. I find that so real because when you're dealing with a society where I see magazines of that have been written by women who are beating down men and telling us what we're not and that we're not enough. And the hard part about it is that you have sons who needs to get true definition of what real masculinity presence is, and that it's okay to really be who you are.
Right.
And so when you have society giving you your definition, it causes homes to be out of order. And this is why, I'm not trying to be funny, this is why there's been an overload, I believe, with women. Like, I got to do it. I got to step in. And not understanding, not that God hasn't given you these abilities, but God creates relationships to bring balance.
Right.
And if we're not balancing each other out, it's not working, man.
Right.
That's how I feel. What you say?
No, I agree with that, but I know you just made a statement about, you know, women basically being, oh, I gotta do it. Well, coming from like my walk, my upbringing, I've had to do it. So, you know, like you say, you know, you need either, you know, another male role model, somebody that's growing, you know, molding this little boy or whatever. But we also need that man molding this woman.
Exactly.
You know,
Absolutely.
you know, like they always like to say that when there's broken homes, for instance, like we talked about in the previous season, that, you know, me and my ex, we're not together, but, you know, I have my son, or then maybe he'll have him, or whatever. So it is a bit of an imbalanced home. But like I was going back to me, myself, I've been groomed myself to just say, oh no, I got it.
Right.
I gotta do it. You
Especially
know,
when you have a single mother
I'm going to, or
does
you
that.
know, this is and the third, because I didn't have that balance from both families.
True.
You know?
Mom and dad.
So I don't like to say, or like to hear, I don't sound like to hear people say, but you hear people say all the time, oh, well, that little boy needs his dad. That little boy needs his mother as well.
That's right.
That little girl needs her mother. That little girl also needs her dad.
Right.
Because we do need that balance.
Absolutely.
Because I didn't have that balance.
That's right.
Right, and the
So
balance.
I'm one of those women that say, oh no, I'll do, when I need to really just sit back and let him be the man.
How hard has it been though? Now, seriously, how great of a challenge is it for you, being that you have had to function in that? How hard was it for you to let someone in that? Because let's be honest for just a moment, you're having to trust someone with you. That's serious, man.
It's very deep because going back again,
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it is. It's very difficult. It really is just kind of letting somebody in to do. Like we talked about before, with the love languages and stuff like that. That's why I say, over the course of time, it changes. Because I've been that person to just say, or be this dominant person, like I was saying before. And sometimes I need to just sit down. And sometimes maybe I am taken from him as a man and being who he is and who he's trying to be or who he was taught to be. But now I'm overstepping his boundaries.
That's good.
So I need to now learn, even now, because this ain't my first marriage, this ain't my first rodeo. But it's crazy, as old as I am, I should know better, and I don't.
Yeah, you have to be taught, man. You have to be trained, and it goes back
And
to
I don't. I really don't know, and I'm still
We don't know how to
learning.
be
Like
wise,
you say, how
basically.
hard
It's
is
a
it? It's
conversation.
very hard.
Yeah, we don't know how to be wise. Just because you're a
I
woman
was
does
just-
not mean that you know how to
in
be.
a text message.
Right.
We were texting, like we talked about before, are you communicating? We actually took the time to text each other. And we're texting. I said, I just want to learn to be, not that I'm not a good woman, I think I am, but I need to learn to be submissive.
Right.
I need to learn to be a woman and stay in a woman's place. And not that I'm all,
I get it.
because I'm not, but allowing him to be the king that he is, the king that y'all are grown to be. Because just like Carolyn was saying, men do, and like you said, men do have it hard, especially our African American men. Our African American men are on the lowest of the totem pole. And us as Black queens and women, we need to learn how to uplift our men and encourage our men, because we don't. We are so busy, tearing y'all down. And that's not a good thing. Whether we're playing or whether we're not. And that's something that we really have to be more serious about, because they do have it hard. Us as Black women, we have a chance in corporate America before the Black man, and the Black man may even have more knowledge or be more educational,
Experience, yeah.
But we take that role. We would take
and
that role, and
sometimes
that's
it's-
not good. But you have us, the same women that'll say, "Oh, you PAN."
Yeah.
Oh, the moment that we get mad. Now I don't talk like that, and I don't care how mad I get. But even like when I talk to my young son, or even my stepchildren, I tell them the same thing. We have to protect. We want our men to protect us, but I think that's the way how for us to protect them.
Yeah.
Because y'all do have it hard.
And kind of like you were saying, like protecting them and tearing them down. And sometimes we get upset because we see the potential, and then we don't know how to bring it out of them. So we get upset that they don't see their own potential. Yeah. And it's like we go back to the conversation. Like, that tone.
I'm going to say this,
Sometimes
and
that
I
we
am
don't
a man. I'm going to say this. It's not your job
Right.
Absolutely.
to help a man
Both
come to his full potential. Now, being in contact with a woman is how we reach the heights that we're meant to reach. But when you talk about the joker that you just dating, well, just
He might not be qualified
being
to give all
in tandem with you should cause him to want better.
Yeah.
Because then, you have to activate a provider, that part that's in him, and, the person that's going to protect you.
Well, that brings
you have
up
to
a good
activate all
point,
that.
though.
However, if he is not tapped into that, all the potential you see in the world is not going anywhere.
That's
because he has to, again, we go back to knowing yourself.
That's right.
No one can come to me, or I can't come to anybody and present myself as a suitor and not be. If you ask me on a date, what are 5 things that you don't like about yourself? I can rattle them off to you. What are 5 of your shortcomings? I can tell you what they are because I know me.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I might be embarrassed by them, but I tell them to you because that's the truth.
Right.
That's the
good,
truth,
bro.
You gotta,
Let me ask
you gotta
this,
live in your
though.
truth, though.
So let me ask you this though, because you was like you can't bring a man to this, and I understand that because a man is still a man no matter what. So that's just inbred in him. But like you have us as women, you know, that come from different cloths or walks of life or upbringing of not knowing, or because there was a time in my life where I didn't know how to be a young lady. You know, I didn't know how to carry myself. But I know that I'm a woman.
Right.
I don't care how much I joke around or whatever it is. Now I understand that.
Right.
But even as a man, you know, what about his upbringing? Like we go back again to our previous season about love language. You know, one of those languages was abandonment. You know, so sometimes when these men don't have that, they do look for that in that nurturing woman. So it's not to say that they're not a man, or it's not to say that they don't know how to bring themselves to be be this man, this tough guy. Yes, that is in them. Right. But just like I love on my son, and some people might say, "Oh, don't do that. Oh, you know, you're gonna soften him up." But everybody needs love.
Right.
They do.
You know, and I think even I don't care how tough. If you look at my husband, you will say, "Oh Lord, this Negro here," but he just is.
Of
Teddy
course,
bear.
we desire that love, and don't get me
So when
wrong.
you say
I'm not
you
saying
can't bring and tell
I'm not
him
saying you're
to
not
do this
bringing-
but not he
not
probably.
bringing stuff out of him. I'm saying
You can't
potential. You can't reach in there and say, like, let's just say, if a guy talks to you and you recognize how smart he is, he just does things like around the house like that. And you see that he could probably own a business like that. If he has no desire to do that, you can't push that.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you don't do it for yourself.
Because
I
there's
agree
not-
with that.
because you're his mate, not his mom. See, we gotta stop that.
Not his mom.
We gotta kill that. I'm sorry.
But that's where that balance come from too. It's kind of like we, especially a lot of Black women, you know, we have single moms and we see that strength, and that's what we do. And it is hard to be submissive because, again, we don't know what that is. But it's also the unbalance of, you know, just your father not being in your home. Sometimes we as women look for our men to be like a father figure, like to love us unconditionally like a father. Like we can mess up 1,000 times and they're
that's
just supposed to
okay.
take us back 1,000,000 times. Like they're our father, but they're not our father.
Well, that-
but that's the kind of
But that's what men
That part is
want.
supposed to
That's
happen.
what men want.
Yeah,
Right.
they
That's
do.
what men want. That's what
you know. But
Men look for
You
their
can
mothers.
walk backwards, sideways. Oh, you weren't supposed to walk like that, and they're mad, upset. And it's like that was the worst thing you could have did on earth.
Here's the gravity.
No, I mean seriously. But then, you know what I'm saying? But then they screw up over, and it's like you know like you said, oh, they looking. You know
Hey,
what I'm
I
saying?
heard Jamie Foxx say that women bend, men break. You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain things they can't take, but we'll, you know,
That
we'll
is the
snap
truth.
back.
That is
snap
the
back.
truth.
I would say here that to your point, okay, so a man is supposed to, if we go in with the Bible, a man is supposed to take you from your father, meaning your father provided for you, he protected you. So his job is to become that role, but also your husband. So he's kind of taking the reins from your father. So part of his job as a man is also to teach and lead, because you can't really
No, I
do
got
them separately.
that part, but I'm saying if you didn't have a father there, you're
And that's
looking
where
for
the
that.
disconnect
You're
Right.
yeah,
Because
that
if you
unbalance. Yeah, you never had your father, so
you
you're
didn't have
looking
your
for
dad
that type
there,
of
then
figure in your lover.
Here's where there's not.
Sometimes
Okay.
it's enough.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
so you think it's
since
they
we running
trying
out
to
of time.
control you and
Well, this is so good.
Yeah. We're running out of time, but
Shabira Zamunda.
yeah, this one is a little deep. This is a rabbit hole you fall down.
I
and
think
get
We'll
lost.
definitely come back to this. We'll come back.
Oh,
to
that's
Yeah, because you got to get
because
in
in
all
some
that.
relationships is welcome.
You got to get in all that.
Yeah.
But you know, I guess we'll come back to it. So
just
I
get
guess.
on the edge of the seat.
Yeah, she was just about to say something. It was in my phone.
And there is more to
It was
come.
right here in my
It's in
phone.
my mind, but it was like working.
Work its way down.
All right, Pastor.
Maybe next time you'll be able to give that to us. But so we'll be coming back to this at some point.
Tune in.
As always, tune in, see where we're going. From everybody here at the Butterfly Effect. Peace.